Cipher. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was the music or something. Maybe it was the music that was causing all the people to come in. Today, I left my phone, so we ain't got no music today. But we do still have Rick James and Crying Jordan. Just for the record, put that out there up front. Mhm. Shaka Noodle. Mhm. Ah, still has soap on my face. But yeah, what's the runnings out there, Shaka Noodle? We haven't had a wordsmith sighting. I don't know if you can help him, but he's talking crazy. Do what you can. See if that brother CERN Love, if he comes on today. That was a pretty funny. He's from my neighborhood, and he went to the junior high school where I taught a lot of people. And then he went to the same high school as me, and a lot of them went there too. Uh, but we apparently never met. I don't recall. That's like a textbook case of right and exact. He was in all the right places. Missed us by that much. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was the music because we're a little bit slow. We're a little bit slow when it come up today. Wait for a few more people to come in. But that's bugged out. Like, see, I would be that would be the kind of thing that kind of, I guess, frustrates me or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I was that close. I was that close, man. To shit or reality. I got some. If you from New York, more than likely you got a situation like that where it's like, had the chips fell a little bit differently, you really got the knowledge before you. But who's to say it would have went the same way? You know what I'm saying? You can't always just change one thing and then think it's not going to have no impact on everything that's supposed to happen after that. Content Kings Production, Divine Reality. And we don't want too many people coming in asking us to go back to the beginning. So that's why, in general, we take a little time before we hit the top of the topic there. You know what I'm saying? Today we got knowledge and understanding. Yesterday we had knowledge and wisdom. But the reason why it's important to knowledge the wisdom is so that you can knowledge and understand. That was another thing, in terms of I don't know if y'all all seen the video, but we was talking about it on here the other day when people were talking about wisdom is secondary and that means of less importance, right? And I was just saying that, see, that's a certain view of looking at the world, where you got things ranked, in a certain kind of hierarchy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like once you looking at things like that, then you looking at people like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just your mindset. People is just another phenomenon in the universe that you categorize it like that. You see what I'm saying? But see, we look at three, right? And then three is the best part. See, we look at seven, and seven is the most high. So if we was just ranking things like that, right? We know that it's an order of things, but that's the order in which you activate it. You know what I'm saying? It's not the order of importance. That's something different. You know what I mean? Then like I said, once you're looking at the math like that, you know what I'm saying? If that's your view of the world, now what happens when you applying knowledge and wisdom in the form of men and women? Your view of the world is gonna kick in right there. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen when you're dealing with knowledge and wisdom in the form of black and brown? Your worldview is going to kick in right there. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of times when people talking about stuff like racism, right? A person may not even consciously be, thinking that, I hate this person or I don't like this person or I'm scared of this person or whatever it is, right? But their worldview is still going to kick in. So, just, be aware of that, dealing with supreme mathematics, that we're talking about, the order of activation, but not the order of importance. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom, equality is not of less importance in the math in supreme mathematics, not in supreme mathematics. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, there's no highest number or no lowest number. You're talking about something that's infinite. So, what's finite is that each element is exact. It can only, one can only be one. 1.00001 is something else. So, don't, I wasn't, some things you can't get caught up in. You know what I'm saying? You could design, this whole world and pattern of speech where you try and speak on whatever, but a lot of that stuff. At the end of the day, like I said, you can say all this stuff, right? About the mathematics, about the lessons, about yourself, whatever the case may be, right? But at some point, you got to live it out. So don't get too complicated. That's quite a name right there. Don Voltron Personal. We from Don Voltron. You must be a little bit you're not exactly a young buck talking about Voltron. All right, Power Hill. Shout out to Power Hill. You know what I'm saying? Might spawn the program. What's good? Knowledge wasn't my understanding, of course. Just in case that was a trick question. But what's going on? Spawn the program. That's quite the name as well. So spawn. That's a particular kind of understanding right there. Don Voltron, it's his artist name. Spawn. what's the origin of that? I guess you'll get around to it. So, we always start. Hold on one second. What would I do without you? Thank you. Okay, so Don Voltron gave us a little paragraph here. Don means king, lord, or ruler in Latin or Spanish. Voltron obviously had 5 pieces to make him the same way we have 5 layers to our aura. So what's the science with that? I know what an aura is, but when you say 5 layers to our aura, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and set the topic off right here. You said from a comic book from the late 90s, I think you like it. Okay, all right. So the comic book character, because Spawn is like at one time that was like the evil child. That was your Spawn. You know what I'm saying? But I'm familiar with the comic book. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Yeah, I used to read the comics, but I'm not huge on the comics like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even go to see the superhero movies. So, like I said, that was just one of the things that I did as a kid. But so yeah, getting back to this right here, man, knowledge and understanding. So look, we're gonna start off with I got a question, right? Uh did anybody notice that it's the knowledge and understanding degree, right? But CAPTAIN and LIEUTENANT is knowledge and wisdom. Type 1 in the comment box if you noticed that. OSVN. All right, so Don Voltron said you have a knowledge that degree. So what degrees you on? So I guess no one noticed that because we don't have any ones. Have you noticed that it's the knowledge and understanding degree, right? But CAPTAIN and LIEUTENANT is knowledge and wisdom. So Quizar Quaco Levine, you know, spent 10 years holding down the perimeter of the country there, said he noticed that. So Don Voltron said, I'm on the understanding degree in the 114. All right. So you're gonna get something out of this. So Quizar Quaker LeBron said, my understanding from the Corps, 2 lieutenants, rank wise, 1 captain. So it's 2 lieutenants under every captain, you saying? OSBN, you said explain what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, we getting into it. Yeah, but I didn't know that in terms of there being 2 lieutenants under the captain. Like, is that okay? So the company is 2 platoons. So each platoon has a lieutenant, right? And so with the platoons, well, but is that across the military or is that just the Marine Corps? Got it, Robbie in the building. I guess he'll get to us in a minute. So, all right, so that's just how y'all unit was set up, But yeah, that's interesting. So Shaka News said hierarchy. Um, we're not talking about the hierarchy yet. We're just talking about that when you look closely at the degree, right? It says knowledge and understanding, right? But the question is asking you about knowledge and wisdom. So you said 1 platoon in the field, the other handled the paperwork administrative. Yeah, see, I don't think I like that. I mean, maybe if I'm in the platoon that's handling the paperwork, if we were all one company, nah. See, we not feeling that at all. So everybody except Arabi, right? Everybody except Arabi, can you tell me where the understanding is in that degree? Right. In terms of the duty of the captain is to give orders to the lieutenant. The lieutenant's duty is to teach. Right. But we just talking about basically where's the understanding? District 120. Smell good, said them soldiers. Anybody else? Content King said dealing with the foundation, the household. Okay. You said, isn't the understanding the explanation of the duties of the captain and lieutenant? RDM Chemistry said, understanding is the private soldiers. Sparring said, repeat the question. So the question is, where, if the knowledge and understanding degree, the question is asking you uh, about the knowledge and the wisdom, right? CAPTAINLIEUTNANT, right? Where's the understanding? So District 120 said the understanding is in the captain and lieutenant. So Strong Good said captain is the knowledge, lieutenant is the wisdom. Shaka Noodle said both. Anybody else before we continue on? Complete? What's the deal? Complete said the understanding is in the teaching and training. Quizar Quaker mindset. Understanding is in the execution as passed through that chain of command to become action, thought, word, action. Don Voltron said, I think the knowledge is the orders and the wisdom is the teaching. The captain has the knowledge, the lieutenant carries out the knowledge. Okay? Chattanooga said neither are in those positions without having understanding, and the lieutenant makes those teachings understood. Lord Nasir said, peace. The understanding is seeing the orders being lived out. Don Botron said, I pulled the lessons up as we build. Okay, so look, question. Where'd you pull them up from? You know, I'm asking because, you know, I'm old school. We didn't have no place to. I need to know how that works. Like how you pull out the lessons. Robbie, you ready for this? This is, you know, we about to learn a new technological. You just said I may be an ex my military head. What's that? Freedom culture. So here comes justice. We know that justice. You know, one thing about justice, justice is justice is what you call the contrarian. See, justice, you know, you know, uh, justice is one of those people though that you need when you planning something. You see what I mean? Because if you got something fucked up in there, justice is the person to point it out. So yeah, justice said you don't have to have understanding to follow orders. Interesting. Now, you know, ultimately, these is layers. You know what I'm saying? You know, all these things that was said right here is layers of that degree. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, okay, you knowledge the wisdom. Just talking about captain and lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? You know, we've all, you know, if we haven't been in the military, you know, we've seen the military. So, you know, is that just two badges that you put right here, or the amount of stripes you got right here? So you know that degree is the degree is asking you, but every degree, right? What is the meaning of that? And you know, you see some brothers was dealing with the first layer, right? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, captain, lieutenant, private soldiers, right? You know, one brother said that, you know, you're dealing with a household, right? Man, woman, and child, right? So, you know, what does it mean to be a man, right? As opposed to being a boy, right? What does it mean to be uh, a father, right? Father of civilization, mother of civilization. You understand what I'm saying? So there's that layer of it, right? It means that you the person that does the teaching and the training. You know, you're the person who, you know, there's a difference in your responsibilities in the cipher. You know what I'm saying? Or see, here we go, justice right here. You know, captain is the mind, which gives the orders to the lieutenant, which is the brain, which teaches and also trains the private soldier, which is the body. See, that's the important thing, right? Is that you knowledge the understanding. You see what I'm saying? You know, some people looked at another layer and said that the understanding, right, is in the correct action. You know what I'm saying? Because you teaching and training the private soldiers to do what? When they go and execute that, right? Then that's the understanding of all that degree. They get to the best part, right? Quizar Quaco Lamine said it all leads to mastery. Exactly. But what is you trying to master? See, if you get the understanding, then you understand the dosage principles. See, if you get caught just at knowledge and the wisdom, right, and you don't understand, and you thinking, okay, those is guys with badges on their listening, on their shoulder right here. Just said that's internal, but also what you're saying is the external breakdown. Now, what I'm saying is that you got to apply those principles to whatever it is that you're doing. So, you know, yeah, and all of those, you know, we know that, you know, or we see that, being used in military training. You see, when you look at anything, you can break down the mathematics, how the mathematics is being activated in that cipher. You know what I'm saying? And then, you can apply those principles of success, to other ciphers. Like if you needed to learn to memorize something right now, right? You could apply the same principles that you use to learn 120. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when you have the understanding, right? Is all these different layers that y'all speaking on when you're able to look at something and see that, okay, that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? That's the knowledge, understanding, degree in action right there. You know what I'm saying? So now, look, when you apply it, right? You come into some place and you trying to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish, right? You gotta make an assessment here. Okay, do I, is this something that one of the private soldiers can handle for me? Or do I need to speak to the captain here? Can is the lieutenant, is that within they orders? Or do I need to speak to the captain? Do these private soldiers have a captain? And when you look at what they're doing, do they have a captain? You see, first, right, in order you got to be able to draw up that degree, you got to be able to knowledge the understanding. See, yesterday we spoke on the importance of knowledge and the wisdom, but you knowledge the wisdom so that you can knowledge the understanding. The wisdom and understanding being what? The best part, the 23 million square miles. So look, we started there. The brother still ain't tell me. That is, look, where did you pull the lessons up from? It's not, it's not combination. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was, you said you were in 114. So when I was on that degree in 114, I had no way of getting to 140. It wasn't, it wasn't available. So this is like, technological advancements. So Freedom Culture said, I got lessons on a memory app on my phone. Okay, so how did the lessons get into the memory app on your phone? Clemente Rodriguez. Every time I see that, you just remind me of Roberto Clemente. So you said Allah is the best knower. In different situations, the captain may be different based on one's qualification. See, that's another, that's knowledge and understanding right there. See, a lot of people don't realize that. That in some things, you're not the best foot for the cipher to put forward. And some people, the other way. You don't realize that, or, maybe you're not ready to accept that you're the best foot to put forward it. You're the chosen one to do that. You trying to hide behind other people. Don Paul trying. we're trying to figure out where did you pull the lessons up from. I need to know like where this, where is this treasure trove? So you said from your enlightenment, you got 1 to 10, then you got the 1 to 14 lessons from the school of Mecca. So your enlightenment put the lessons on the memory app. But because I gotta get to the bottom of this, Don Voltron. I gotta get to the bottom of this. You too, Freedom Coach. I'm trying to figure out how the 120 interfaces with technology. This is 120 in the 21st century. Like, do you realize that? I got the knowledge in the last century, man. Pen and paper and shit. Okay, so you put it in the app. You typed it into the memory app. Ravi said in some cases the captain is the rank just above the lieutenant, and sometimes in the Navy, the captain is the head of the whole aircraft carrier. Good point. Okay, so that's I got that. That's cut and dry. You typed it in there yourself, right? Don Voltron, now Freedom Culture, he said he had a degree and he typed it in there, but you looked at a degree that you didn't knowledge, so you couldn't have typed it in, right? So would you pull it up from? Freedom Culture said, I'm on the move a lot, hard to cite pen and pad. So Quizar Quaco LeBron said a captain in the Navy equals a colonel in the Marine Corps. Learning some interesting military, I don't know if this is trivia, but Jeremiah wins. Is there anybody else? Type 1 in the comment box right now if you're interested in finding out where you can pull up 120 lessons from. Oh, you got a PDF on your phone. Okay, so where'd you get the PDF? See, this is look. This is the new, like, this just shows you your environment. I mean, like, look, right now, right? If one of the older brothers came, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's say if somebody, that can't happen. This is an extreme hypothetical, right? But what if the brothers walked in right now, right? One of the brothers walked in, and for whatever reason, right? Let's say he was in the box for the last 40 years, right? And he came in here and he see me talking. He's like, God, what the fuck are you doing? Talking to the fucking screen, God. Talking to the TV, what's wrong with you? And I told him, nah, God, I'm broadcasting to the world, Craig. The world. Right? And he's gonna be, how you doing that? And then I would have to explain to him the science of the internet, because this is new. He wouldn't have known that. You understand what I'm saying? So by the same token, that's what I'm saying. This is the new technology that people got. You understand what I'm saying? Where you keep 120 on your phone, We didn't have phones. So, but you know, the good thing about that though, right? So let me ask you a question, right? How long, this is for Don Voltron, right? How long have you been studying? Julie TV said type in Supreme Wisdom, Master Father Law. Oh, that's where the PDF came from? Jeremiah Wynn said there's actually a Supreme Mathematics app. You've got to be. And look, on the day that I leave my phone home, because you know I would have to look that up. Yeah, Shaganulu mouth to ear, man. You know, there's lessons. I recall. I think the wisdom guy degree, like certain degrees. So yeah, okay, yeah, complete. Check on that for me. Check on that for me. The Supreme Mathematics app. Like, wow. So so wait. You've been studying for 3 years. All right, now look. This is the double-edged sword here. See, because look, in every atom, you got protons, neutrons, and electrons. That means it's positive and negative in everything. Right? So see, here's the double edge of that sword, right? What's taking you so long? you got it on your phone, you carrying it 24/7. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just telling you that if we was on the streets, you know, see, this is the class. So this is what we here to build. You can't build. But see, if we was on the streets, I would have to ask you, yo, bro, we young guys. You see, everybody with that thing on their phone, you've removed all you've removed all your excuses. Hey, look, remember the brother said, what he said is black women did something. His black women did something with his lessons. So you ain't got that excuse no more. So you said it's a supreme mathematics app, but it's not dealing with the culture. So, okay, so Content Kings, what is the app dealing with? It's $1.99. Jeremiah Wynn said you should still study and commit to memory as much as you can. That's interesting, Jeremiah Wynn. So you saying that uh because it's available like that, you saying that because it's available like that, uh uh people have less incentive to knowledge it. And listen, I'm with you on that. I think that, you know, I think that's the case. Uh, and I've been thinking that, like, that didn't come up now. Like I said, when I was getting it, 120 was like the elixir of life. We had, you know, you had to go get 120. Okay, so you're saying Content Kings is saying this is not dealing with our culture, it's dealing with mathematical calculations in an animated way. Okay. That's good to know, man, because we definitely would have had to, everybody, all of us, we'd have had to make some calls. Look, everybody right now, look, I need a pass. I need a pass because I'm about to take a cheap shot. See, Justice, you saved me. Justice saved me here. You see, you saved me. I'm gonna put your comment up. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, Saladin would have had a field day. Hey, listen. Yo, listen. All I know, you collected $1.99, man. If you paid Saladin his money. Woo! Woo! Jeremiah Wynn said the app uses Supreme Map and actually adds it for you at the push of a button. Okay, so y'all saying two different things. One person is telling me that this app is about arithmetic, and one person is telling me that this is about Supreme Math. So, what's going on? Do we need to? We got Saladin on speed dial. We got Saladin on speed dial. Yeah, I mean, he wants to fuck around. Boyd Crest LLC is the host. So Jeremiah Wynn said, I've downloaded the app. Okay, so you downloaded the app. Okay, so how does it work then? So you're saying that it adds the numbers and then it animates it? So it gives an example. Today's knowledge, culture and freedom. Culture is one's way of living, meaning one's language, wisdom and customs, ways and actions. The original man's culture is Islam, freedom, justice, and equality, which is peace. You go look on your phone, man, and see if there's a Supreme Mathematics app. We got to listen, bro. We might have to end this live right now, man. So it says it adds everything. You said it uses Supreme Mathematics and does the math for you. Called today's knowledge. Okay, so what's the animation though? What's the Okay, so Content King said he read up on it and it does deal. Wow. And does anybody see does it have a date like when this started happening? She said here, Crest Boy. Princeton, Florida. What did you say? Crest Boy, the boy Crest. 5 months ago. And he's charging $2. Okay, I got something here for you. Yeah, like I don't know. Do y'all want to handle this? Because listen, hold on here. So we got this here. We got that there. And we got this here. All right. That for fucking real. Well, let me see what this here is. God damn, bro. I picked quite a day. I picked quite a day to leave my phone. Boy, Crest. Yeah, West Coast. Watch Bezos. Apparently, we just found out that there's a Supreme Mathematics app for $1.99. You know, that's in the Apple Store and Google Play. You see, I don't know if you put that. That might be doxing. Well, if you look up at my comments a little bit earlier, you will see that I got the link to the website. I guess that the app is kind of based on, and their email address is is there as well. Interesting. Yeah, and the person whoever when you look at it, it's like, yeah, you're not even one of us. See, yeah. We're gonna get accused of doxing complete. But look, there you have it. There you have it. You know what I'm saying? The types of things that go on in the dark. And now look, see, this is why Don Voltron, see, if I had never asked you all those questions, then we never would have got to that, and we never would have saw that. We never would have saw that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This person is not even uh whoever this is, like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Power and refreshment. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man. Look, at least spell our name right. Like, come on, man. Yeah, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. So yeah, we'll then it threw us off. But look, let's jump back in. Let's jump back into the topic, right? But wait, before we jump back into the topic, I did catch that Don Voltron. You said that you was bullshitting us, and you're not on the third degree in the 114, but you're on the 1 in 10. See, was trained by the best. See, when I was a private soldier, my captains and lieutenants were supreme. You see what I'm saying? Not the name supreme, supreme as in the most high. You know, You said, I asked you what took you so long. You was explaining why. No, you can't explain because you got the 120 in your pocket. So I'm saying you said 3 years, right? If you learn one line a day, you would know 120 by now. No, 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 no. Listen, see, the degrees is mathematical. See, that's the difference between, when you're dealing with, just literature like English, where you can have various interpretations, right? With degrees, you knowledge is a number, and numbers is exact. You see what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be two different numbers that you're telling me. Like when you say you in the third degree in the 114, right? You're supposed to be able to quote, dependent. Maybe you got your 114 before the 136. That's common. That's normal. Nothing out of ordinary there. But you supposed to at least be able to tell me today's mathematics, today's alphabet, and be able to quote the entire 110. Wow, Complete said the app has viruses. Did you check? You checked the you checked one of the sites that or what is in the comments about the app or something? You said if we're on the call right now, you could do okay. So you could quote. How far up to can you quote? Let me just ask you. What's the highest degree that you could quote? So that's crazy, man. So I wonder. So do they like what is so the virus is the virus is targeting 5%? Because I'm saying like when these people that you hacking and you doing viruses or whatever, you're targeting certain people. So who would be targeting us? I think that's peculiar. Okay, you can quote the 1 to 10 completely, and you can quote the knowledge and wisdom degree of the 1 to 14. Okay, so that puts you on the third degree in the. So what was that? Why did you bring up the 1 to 10? You said you have the antivirus. It's called the physical form and the address to present. Hmm. Yeah, Julie TV. Yeah, better watch your bank account. Watch every. That's what I said. Like, who could it be? Like, yo, listen. See, this is one of them instances where, see, I'm glad I'm old school. I ain't got the app. So wait, let me check this out. West Coast Wise said that privacy policy is a disclaimer in trying to enter you into a sweepstakes. Wow, he actually has a telephone number here. Hmm. Oh, John Butcher, you said, what I'm saying is I fell off and had to get back right. Please said, being old school is the antivirus. Okay, so Don Voltron, you saying you fell off and you had to get back right. I'm making time to go to school here in Power Hill so I can properly go to the school, the law school in Power Hill, so I can properly get this knowledge. Okay, I'm just saying that you got the lessons in your pocket. Like there's not much. Like you can go to the school all you want, right? But you have to give all within your power. Like you're gonna go to the school, and you know what they're gonna tell you? Study your lessons. So there's that part just in terms of you know uh having the lessons on you and not knowing them is that's rich. Because look, back in the days, that was one of our uh, that was one of our devices that we use to learn the lessons. Is that you would write down whatever lesson you was on, and then take that with you. So then whatever you're doing, if you got a little couple of minutes of downtime, study the degree. Because see, you got to remember these times. Back in people learning 120, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. His brother, he lost it, but brother named Darkim, he learned 120 in about 10 days or something like that. District 120 said, wonder what led or motivated him to making a Supreme Mathematics app, $1.99. $1.99 per. So yeah, Encyclopedia Brown right now we just completing an investigation. We just found out that there's a Supreme Mathematics app, where you can learn all about power and refreshment. Hey, where's Trueborn now? Hey, listen, where where's Trueborn right now? This who we need. This who we need. We need Trueborn. Power or refreshment. Hey, look, I know y'all looking. Call him up, Tone. Yeah, that's a Rick James shit, man. Power refreshment. You right? We got to bring up Ricky Rick. we got we got We gotta bring up Ricky Rick, man. Nigga, fuck your couch. That's how you do it? Oh man, that is rich, man. The app is on. Look, it's on Google Play. It's in the Apple Store. That's how we getting down. That is how we getting down. But look, right before we got into this, right? We got to come back. We got to come back. So look, we're gonna take it to the 1 in 36 now, right? What is his own self? Now, we acknowledge the wisdom. We acknowledge the wisdom right there. That's written, right? Complete. Hey, look, they gotta go find that on their own. See, they're gonna say we doxing. We can't dox. You know, some shit is. So yeah, like I said, you know, if you acknowledge the wisdom, right? What does it say about what does it say about what is his own self? I'm gonna bring you up in a minute, Robert. Give you, you know, we gonna calm down for a minute. Let's get into let's get back to the topic before we get to you said Goddess 11V, whoever she is, left a comment. Well, I mean, look, I think we want Goddess 11V. We want Goddess 11V to. We need sometimes. I like diversion. You know, you need somebody to divert the riffraff. Suhaila Hamza. Yeah, I mean, look, we've been thrown off here, Suhaila Hamza. You know, the pick is up there right now because we just found out that there is a Supreme Mathematics app. It's available in the Play Store and in the Apple Store for $1.99. You know, see, one thing about being 10%, right, that I don't understand. Right? You know, I mean, look, you got Saeed Mu'min, true self is the black is 70. Not sure what that is, but welcome to the channel, Saeed Mutmin. So yeah, we found out that we have a Supreme Mathematics app where for just the low price of $1.99, you can learn about power and refreshment. So we thought that was worthy of Ricky Rick kid. So that's the way the cookie is crumbling right now. You know what I'm saying? But look, we trying to bring it back. We try to bring it back, right? So we have one answer here, right? About what does it say if you acknowledge the wisdom of what is his own self. And Jeremiah Wynn said his own self is a righteous Muslim. So, how many people, what is your understanding of what is your own self? Because see, that's significant where it says his own self. Because the degree is talking about people that have owners. Right? And everything that they doing is based on what their owner want them to do. Who they identify is who their owner identified them as. So when you say his own self, who does he say he is? Did you catch that part? Type 1 in the box if you caught that. Or if you just acknowledging the wisdom, and this whole time you've been saying that you a righteous Muslim. See, Elijah Muhammad is a Muslim. So he spoke about what his own self is. So Qasim said, my own self is master. Okay, so all these people who's typing 1 in the box, right? What is your understanding? See, each one of these steps is important. We're not going, up in importance. It's important that you acknowledge the wisdom. Or you can't get to knowledge to understand. But what is, so we got ourself, Lord and Master. Julie TV said God is not a Muslim. That still is not exactly the answer to the question. Complete said my own self is complete. Free Sight for Allah says God. See, look, this is a question you got to answer. Jay Hughes said Allah came after Muhammad. I mean, what do you mean by that? Welcome to the channel, Jay Hughes. I don't remember seeing you on here before.
Peace, God.
Peace, what's the deal?
Ain't nothing, man. That's an interesting question, brother. I caught hell on social media while talking about this.
Listen,
I didn't know all these people were so invested in this. until I made that post about the visit and all that. It was interesting, very interesting.
You said Islam started with Muhammad, correct? You talking about religious Islam? See, because I don't know, are you 5%? Or are you like an observer that you've heard us talking or you've seen the lessons in what is this? Calm Islam. Okay, yeah. The religious practices of Islam that Muhammad is the founder of that. Now,
What do
I
you
don't know
say?
if you're ready to ask me, but I don't practice religious Islam. So whoever you, but are you a 5%? Because yeah, I'm not sure. But see, here's the thing that's important about answering that question when you said, "What is his own self?" Right? Uh, that's knowledge of self. You said, "What is the 5%?" Okay, so Jay Hughes, why are you here asking me about Islam? That's because I don't recall saying nothing about Islam or Muhammad. So look, uh, here's the link. I don't know if what you're here for, but we give everybody a shot. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what the 5% is, what are you doing here?
You know what, G? I think it's interesting because it's like dealing with that. There's a double answer to that, or a triple answer to that. And for someone who doesn't understand our culture, because you're gonna be like, wait a minute, Islam starts with the religion Muhammad, and how are you
Mm-hmm.
God, but you're saying you're a Muslim? This doesn't make sense. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, my enlightener told me that the supreme map is the answer, is the key to the lesson. And the way that I was taught was to always use that to break that down. So when
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at that question, that's the 13th question. But the math is knowledge, understanding, or being born to culture or freedom. How do you
Mm-hmm.
tell one's own self? How do you, in order for you to know yourself, right, or to know yourself, you're gonna have to actually look at the things that you automatically do, or the things that create you, or make you the person who you are, and that's gonna be your culture. That's gonna be your culture. But for us, it is knowledge, having an understanding of that foundation, and that understanding of that foundation is our culture. Our culture is our God. So when the next question comes, now you have the math again. So now it's knowledge, power, or being born equality, right? So I mean, for
Mm-hmm.
us, this is how we. I don't. Everybody's different. That's my understanding, right? But that's how I look at it. But it's interesting when you had this conversation, and like that post I made caused a whole bunch of riffraff, and then now I get to see these Muslim God dudes that I didn't even know followed me. I don't know what that is. So I'm just like, well, what is the lessons called? Okay, lost and found Muslim lesson. All right, one lost and found. Okay, it says you're a Muslim right there. I'm like, that's what Elijah said. That's what
Mm-hmm.
he said. Oh, this is what the person who answers these questions is. But that's another story. But
Mm-hmm.
this individual who we call the father put his understanding to it, and that's the way he sees it. And he brought something forth outside of that. So when we look at Elijah, he really meant that. So now that's the triple thing, right? You have the original Islam that comes from, this Prophet Muhammad dude, right? and then you have Elijah with his form of Islam, and he's really meaning that those 17 million. Who are you talking about? What's the 17 million you talking about? And you talking about 379 years ago? What are you speaking about? What trader? Who's this? So you talking about us? So you saying that we all 17 million is this? Elijah believed that, but and I'm not. We gonna look at that different. You know what I'm saying, so I think for those who have that question that want to engage in the exercise, hey, that's the way you're going to get that answer. It's going to go through historical to what happened and to where we at and who we are and how we see it. And then it gets crazy where they get to tell, well, that's not real Islam. Okay.
We see
Go
that's
ahead,
where
D.
that's where you're going to get a lot of the understanding from is answering all of those questions for yourself. Because see, in order to answer those questions for yourself, you got to research into all that knowledge and wisdom. You see what I'm saying? You got to go and see now, okay, is all these historical events that he wrote in here, is these actual, can you show and prove? You understand what I'm saying? Now in terms of this other guy that came in a minute ago, Jay Hughes, right? See, let me tell you how to deal with this kind of thing.
Did he come in the back chat? Did he come in on the live?
Nah, he never came in the chat. But let me tell you how to deal with this kind of thing. See, when you look at the lessons, right? The 9th and the 10th degree is telling you that the people they telling you is the founders of that is not the founders of that. That's what it's telling you, because none of it was founded in a time when those people existed. See, when you look at all this religions, right? They tell you it's a day when that's like it's some kind of literary thing, right? Where you write in a book in the present, right? But when you start the book, you start in the past, and then the book catches up to where you at, right? And then it starts going forward. You see what I'm saying? So when you read in the Bible, the people whoever's writing it, but they talking about stuff that happened way before all those books was written. So what you're talking about is when this stuff was recorded, when it was written down. So right, so a person can say, listen, December 2019, that's when all this stuff that Darkim is saying was founded. You see what I'm saying? But no, it's not. This is just when Facebook has it recorded. So with that type of stuff, don't get caught up with that, because we're not talking about they religious practice this certain set of rituals, right? Because that's all they're doing is changing off different rituals, right? Manifesting the different rituals in different ways. So if you look at a priest, right, and you look at the Muslims, they dress the same. So the priest most of the time got on black, but the Pope, he got on white. You understand what I'm saying? When you look at the nuns, they wrapping their hair. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the Jews, they got their yarmulkes. Like the Muslims got their kufis. Not eating pork, link, all of these things. They just passing on for different sets of rituals and exchanging them for the ones they don't like. So you want to eat pig, right? You switch that out. But none of that's the foundation of what they're talking about. None of them stories happened in a time with none of those people that wrote those books. So, with this type of stuff, like, look, you gotta go talk to some religious people that actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna have an argument with a person about, does God have toe rings or not? And why he in the sky. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? This is all nonsense. So that's why, I told him, if you wanted to come talk about that, he could. but it wasn't gonna do that. You just see, let me tell you something, man. I'm from New York, man. So there's all kinds of people here. What I'm telling you is I didn't have conversations with all of them. You got some new people out there now, like the flat earth people and this type of stuff that I don't recall nobody saying that back in the days. You know what I'm saying? But don't get caught up with these people. Said one must acknowledge the God within self and raise that up. Yeah, listen, you got to, if you don't know who your own self is, guess what? We don't know either. You understand what I'm saying? That's the basic framework right there, right? When you look at the knowledge degree in the 1 to 10, right? You to make it and own it, but we don't know what you make. See, what you make, right? That's another level of your manifestation. You make food, you're a chef, right? Love Eternal said we scientists, right? You know what I'm saying? You examine reality, you know what I'm saying, and come to conclusions about how it works and apply that. You scientists. See, all of these is the things where look, if your own self is a Muslim, right? I don't know, what the times is because I'm not Muslim. Right? But look.
But the lessons say that you are a righteous Muslim, brother.
If you Muslim, go to the mosque and pray. that's what you do. Listen, when you say you something, there's some things you gotta get into the action. That you can't be a football player and you don't play football. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of these things, we take them as nouns and adjectives, right? But they verbs, as well. Because there's got to be an action that goes with that. Or like I said, now you just take it on face value. A captain and a lieutenant is just two people with stripes over here. It don't have no meaning.
Yo, G, what you thought about what I sent you? If you ever, did you look at them little slides I sent you?
Yeah, that's that's something great. I didn't get a chance to look at it in detail. I just skimmed over it.
Yo, you gotta let me go through that bill, son. That if we go kill, listen.
Hey, look,
I don't want to hear nothing about no Muslim. After that, right there, everybody step up to the plate. I'm letting my knowledge speak I'm letting my knowledge and my understanding speak, bro. Like listen, yo, we gonna get this straight. Don't get out of here, son. Yeah. You gotta get out of here with that, bro. I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that.
Say you can't be a father if you're gonna have to, the different things you got. So, and if you don't know what it is, you don't know what defines it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know, like see, Encyclopedia Brown, he do his research, right? So, like he was talking about that, how over the time you got to learn the whole process in the all the tenets of doing that type of research. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're not doing that, then they call you pseudo. You're not really a researcher.
Because it caught me off guard, son. Like, I started really getting into that. So I started doing the knowledge to the, all right, so what is jihadi? And I'm like, okay, so the most sound is Zadi, Kari. I said, okay. And I looked, I said, wait a minute, there's 9 bounds in this shit. Who the hell read all this? So I started reading that to God, and I got to a certain point, and I was like, nah, son. This something ain't right. This ain't right here, God. I'm like, this something ain't right here when I'm reading, man. And I'm just looking at this. I'm like, nah, son. These are not no original people writing this, saying this. Oh, hell no. I'm not even trying to. I tried to metaphysically. I said, well, let me just look up what the Arabic word actually means. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it by putting today's understanding to the language. Nah, son. I'm like, nope. going in the trash. It's going in the garbage. I don't know, bro. But I think it's necessary to have this build and to have that so that it's laid out. And
Yeah.
now, so this is real clear what we mean when we say this, and because you got to go through, the steps, dog. So like,
we got
go ahead.
questions right now. So we got Jeremiah Wins, that's hard body right there. He said he asked some questions about Muslims. His enlightenment made him go to the mosque. But listen,
What he said?
That's hardcore. Listen. Look, that's what I do too, man. If somebody come here and ask a question about the Muslim, I send them down there, 127th Street. Like, now you looking for around the corner. A lot of people I send over there. Like, if a person comes here and asks for 120 lessons, like people that come and be like, yo, you got any literature? Go down to the mosque. That's where they got the literature. Like, if you just want 120, that's where it come from. Go to the source. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to know what we teach, now that's different. Sit down. I got you. But I don't just give out 120. But so Suhaila Hamza said, a Muslim is one who follows Islam. Do we not adhere to our own laws of peace through Islam? So, when you go with that definition of one of peace and all, I understand, right? But right here you said a Muslim is one who follows Islam, right? Now look, even amongst Muslims, right? We not Muslims, but even amongst Muslims, there's some
let's call them what it is. There's 73 sects of Islam.
There's 73 sects of Islam.
Pick
right?
one. What you want? Which one you want?
Some of them is, ready to kill other ones because of how poorly they feel that they follow Islam. You understand what I'm saying? So now when we say, we following Islam, like, look, we don't do the Hajj. We don't, what I'm saying? What do you call that? The principles of religious Islam, right? We don't adhere to that.
We don't adhere to the orthodoxy of said culture. We don't believe in a mystery God in the sky. We don't believe in the God that created the fucking world. We don't pray to no God in the goddamn sky. We don't believe that there's no jinn spirits whispering stuff in your ear. We don't believe that there's a devil on the ground. We don't believe that there's a heaven and hell, that there's going to be some mysterious God going to come to you with some goddamn book and tell you this is your day of judgment. We don't believe in no angels. We don't believe in none of that. So once you erase all of this and you understand what we telling you, the heaven and hell is two conditions here. God and devil are mind frames that exist on the planet Earth. There is your clear separation right there. This is real clear and simple, straight to the point. Understanding Black American history and movements is critical to understand the form of Islam that we have here in America. That is no different than what the God was building on earlier, how people make up cultures. The cultures that they make up is to sustain their society, to sustain their people, to provide for their people. And then you will have myths and everything else attached to it. But it means something to that people, not to the whole entire world. We don't proselytize. We don't say that Muhammad is the only messenger. No, that ain't that Islam. I hope that's clear.
Okay. Now, Suhaila, that he hit on some points there. The point that I wanted to make, right, is that see, and you hit it right here, right? You said Islam, I self-law and master. I sincerely love Allah's mathematics. Islam is mentioned in the born degree in the 1 to 10. This is natural law. But what I'm telling you is that if you go to a Muslim country and say that, you better be ready to fight with swords. That's not. See, and with the key thing that he hit on, right, is that, see, these things that you saying, I self-law and master, I sincerely love the laws of mathematics. See, that was born right here. Islam mentioned in the Born to Green and 1 to 10, but we ain't talking about Arabia. We talking about right here. Harlem is Mecca. You see what I'm saying?
Let's go. Teach.
See, they come here all the time. Muslims come here, you know, sometimes they ask me like, yo, y'all got a prayer room here? Like people they stop, dude driving his cab, you know what I'm saying? You want to be pious. So he see right there, yo, say Allah, he's like, yo, y'all got a place to pray here? Nah, we don't do that here. So this is what I'm saying. When you say, and look, we just dealt with that, right? When it said, and I just said that too, right? That when we talking about the born degree, it's not just talking about, it can't be talking about 632 AD, and it says it has no birth record, and this says 632 AD. So clearly, this Islam that you're talking about, one of peace and all of that, that's something else. You know what I'm saying? Is there some relationship there? Of course, because there's been a battle with Islam and Christianity since it was Islam and Christianity. And so being that, you know, we was victims of Christianity.
How about God being here because of both of those cultures, and they use the ideological framework of those books, those three major religions, and that's why we're here. How about that?
Exactly.
How about that?
Exactly. That's the framework when they say this is the Judeo-Christian world, right? These have all been the forces of different things that happen on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Different wars, different movements, different occurrences. These has been the forces. That's why it tells you that in the lessons, right? And then, you know, by the 1930s, Asia is starting to make a comeback through Japan. So you see the other idea there of Buddhism.
Let's go. Bring it home, please.
Those are the ideas that shaped and molded the reality that we exist in right here.
Oh, you see what District 120 said right there?
You said that's fair. I see what you mean from others who have a misunderstanding of what Muslim is. I'm just saying, why deny Muslim as a title when the lesson in the 136 mention it as who we are by nature? No, the lessons don't say that. That's what you said. The lesson said his own self is a righteous Muslim. You know what I'm saying? But look, before that, it says he's God of the universe.
See what District 120 put in there, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not who I am. I mean, that's a much simpler and to the point answer, you know, because that's not who I am, you know. But when you say, you know, deny Muslim as a title, I mean, look, I'm respecting that a Muslim is a certain thing, right? And I'm not that. I don't want them portraying this. I'm not going to portray that. You know what I'm saying? You said, are there any Muslims other than righteous? Is God not righteous? I mean, now look, what you mean by that? You know, look, should we ask Malcolm X? I mean, we can't ask him, you know, but I mean, we can refer to, we can ask him through his writings and speeches. You know, we can refer to that kind of philosophically, I guess, to get an answer. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's good in ideology. You know what I'm saying? But if you're saying that everybody is Muslim by nature, everybody ain't righteous.
But the lesson said the 17 million was righteous before they got taken over here.
Yeah, but I go outside every day. I can hardly believe that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, the motherfuckers before we came over here, I tell you about that African. We went to help him and shit. He getting jumped and he ran off and left us. So I don't know if he turned unrighteous when he came over here, but he ain't righteous.
Yeah, that it's a clear, but people need to understand that. I mean, it's confusing, and I understand it because you hear the name and they like, wait, what are you talking about? Well, I thought that is, I get it, but bro, those individuals that follow that, they put Allah before everything else, bro. All that blackity black power shit, no, Allah before everything, bro. Allah before everything. And I was telling you in that joint, one of the biggest revolts that ever happened in West Africa is called the Mandingo Rebellion. That's the largest rebellion that ever took place here, and that's in the 1780s. And this is the Mandingo people who accept Islam, and all of the other traditional people who have their own culture. They wasn't feeling that, and these dudes was basically imposing this on these people. They had slave villages, bro, with the Susu people and the Temni, with 900 villages, and had us on plantations, bro, in Africa, bro. So in West Africa, we became maroons to run away from Islam. Everybody wasn't accepting that. What? This is how this thing works. So our culture that's formed here in America is specifically to deal with our unique situation, our unique problem. That form of Islam will not work. There ain't no peace and no brotherhood in mankind amongst these said people, bro. And what I mean by that, those said people are the people who put the laws and institutions and things in the way, such as popular culture and everything. These are the people who wanted to get rid of us from after they seen that we did what we did for them. Now you want to get rid of us, and they doing it now in different ways. That's not all of these different people, but there's a specific mind frame by the people who putting that. That's what we talking about, bro. It's real clear, man. It's real clear, man. It's real clear, man. So for those who don't understand in the chat, this is what we talking about. So you got to look at Black American history, bro. Understand what this is. This is a culture that was created here in America. It was created for our problem, our situation, and that's it. End of discussion. No different than any group in West Africa, North Africa, make up some shit. Same thing how you could find a law existing in manuscripts before Islam. This specific tribe of people decided to make that their supreme God and made their rules and their regulations for their society. We did the same thing. End of discussion. I think this is my opinion, this is the evolution of everything because it's like, yo, bro, get all of that out of here. I don't care about your prophet, man. What do you mean prophet? What are you talking about? Nah, son, we the gods. If we want to change anything here, we ain't never had no prophet come and do some mysterious works amongst the people. We ain't have no goddamn street split. We ain't have no plantations grown up. None of that never happened. But you want to make us symbolic to the people in the book. But we never had this. We only know about real people. Father Allah, Prophet Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, Noble Ali. These are real people doing real works, fighting a real enemy who wants to destroy us. And the only way to overcome this is not through prayer, not following no religion, not doing none of that. It's us coming together and showing proof that we God. So you can circle your Kaaba, you can beat your head on the ground, you can pray to Jesus, you can be a Buddhist. None of that's going to see the people except us. That's the answer. This is the evolution of all of that. And that's how I see it. And it's hard being God. It's hard being God, goddammit.
Gotta hold it down. But look, Sue Haler, you have some I mean, now look, how long you had the knowledge? Because you got some, you know, let's not over romanticize. You know what I mean? Like, see, like the brother said, right? When we say righteousness, that just means you do the right thing. You know, you have a pattern of doing the right thing, and so we can describe you as righteous. You understand what I'm saying? But you're saying everybody ain't righteous because we've been subjected to the devil's world, consuming the wrong foods, religion, physical foods, music, ideologies, etc. Right? So you know, some people have been exposed to it through, you know, there's you can buy 120 lessons on Amazon. And so when you buy it on Amazon, there's a red and white copy, right? That's the NOI copy, and there's a black and gold copy. That's the one that Allah made some adjustments to. You know what I'm saying? And one of the places that he made the adjustments, right, is he took the skunk out of the second degree in the 1 to 10. And the reason he did that, it was because the devil came out of us. And so if he's a skunk, then that meant that we had a skunk in us. Right? So that's one point in terms of him taking the skunk out. But what I'm saying is that the devil, what's important about that, for what I'm saying right now, is that the devil came out of us. Right? That don't just mean the white man physically. That means all that bullshit that he do. Remember, the Son of Man searched, well, there were sons of men, right? Some of us searched for trillions of years, while the devil is only 6,000 years old. So some people was fucking up way before it was the devil. You know, this is the reality of life. You understand what I mean? You know, in these, you know, religious books, it's one way or the other. You know, God is gonna come down and, you know, everybody who's wrong is gonna burn forever. You know, when Santa Claus is coming, he's gonna get all the good kids presents. It's not gonna be one kid that he doesn't you know, that he doesn't get a present to for whatever reason he couldn't make it, you know, that it's only, and he got to cover 57,255,000 square miles of land. None of that matters. You see what I'm saying? Because it's religious. And so the reality stopped mattering, right? But like I said, with all of this stuff, you can read all that stuff on paper, but then you got to go outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you something to add on to that, if you don't mind. So in the fourth degree in the 1 to 14, right? Mm-hmm. So if the original man did not teach the devil to do that devilment, would he still be a devil?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did he have to teach him this devilment? If your nature is to only be this, because it is not just physical, obviously, because you had to be taught this. So if he wasn't taught that, would he still be the devil?
He would have still been the devil, right? Because of the third law of thermodynamics. Because of the fact that he was created here on the planet. He ain't come in the box with the universe like us. Right? Then that's who he is. That's just his existence. Now, in terms of him doing devilish mint, right? You know, there's protons, neutrons, and electrons and everything, right? So they got, you know, they can do positive, you know, or they can do negative. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of, you know, them, they would have been the colored man, they would have been grafted, you know, they would have had, you know, adverse reactions to natural phenomenon in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the thing. I never could figure that one out. I can't figure out, uh, like how could you have a natural, an adverse reaction to the sun, right? The sun being the source of all life, and it has an adverse effect on your life. So, there's some things, you know what I'm saying? There's the fact that, you can't be the father of all civilization because you can't make me.
Right, right.
You can't.
I see you. I hear you. I brought that up because it's like when we looking at this and you saying God is the black man, and that means you're talking about you can't do unrighteousness, right? There's no time. Like where is this time frame at in the historical?
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. That's when you being religious. See, because now look, that is a carryover, right? Uh, from the Garden of Eden. You understand what I'm saying? Where you bring that Christianity, you know what I'm saying? Like Robbie said, utopia, the Garden of Eden, all of these different ideas, that things was ever that way. You bring that from Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And the idea that you could, like you said, do enough prayer or, put enough money in the basket that you get to this other utopian situation in heaven. You know what I'm saying? But peace. But the reality is that, just for us to be physically birthed, right, is shit we gotta overcome. Like it's shit inside the woman that you a foreign body. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, yeah, you're supposed to be there. It's designed and all of that. But at the same time, you still a foreign body. So there's stuff in the woman's body that's fighting you. You see what I'm saying? And you had to overcome that. You had to outrun all these other clowns. You got all these, you got a billion other clowns trying to outdo you, man. You know what I'm saying? So it never was all roses. You know what I'm saying? Do we have times when it's more or less trials and tribulations that we got to deal with? Yeah. But this is life, man. You understand what I mean? Violence is a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? The Big Bang, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And shit's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? The world is gonna turn. It's gonna be hurricanes, volcanoes, all of that exists, man.
Right. So perfection, as we would say, would be the balance of this negative and this so-called positive. Because one can't exist without the other, bro.
Right.
You're gonna. That's what makes that. That's
Right.
just my. I was just bringing that up, just like to be like, you got people doing unrighteousness before they met the devil, before this person is on the planet Earth, before this thing is these ideas of people wanting to control resources, exploit people. We can see that prior to this person come on the planet Earth, bro.
But look, it's
So
120. But like I said, you got to knowledge to understand it, right? Because look, it tell you that Yakub observed some shit that showed him how to make the devil.
break that shit down.
See
There
what I'm
you go, right there.
saying? Yeah, and the wisdom degree, it said he seen some shit, and then he said, "All right, I'm gonna perfect this shit."
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we got Supreme Man in the building. So Supreme Man, what's the word, man? What's the you know what I'm asking you about, man? What's the word, man? What is the what's the verdict there? You got to let us know. Is that what's the deal with that journey, man? Yeah, you gotta hit the like. Today we had pretty good. We had pretty good. What's the name? It took a while for the alerts to go out. You know, I said a bad word yesterday.
Said a bad word.
Yeah,
Oh,
listen,
um,
I said a bad word. I don't know if YouTube it looked like they was feeling that too much at first, you know, but we overcame it by our brothers hitting the like button. You ain't built with them? Yeah, all right, man. But you know, hey, look. Listen, you know, I can call myself, but I ain't interested.
you talking about that situation?
Yeah.
Man, I already did it, bro. I already told you it's true, bro.
Hey,
I
look,
did it.
yeah. Hey, look. Encyclopedia Brown said he hit you up, man. It's actual, man.
Actual factual, bro.
You know, I'm just saying, hey, man, look, you
I
know,
called two people. I said, yo, I had to call the wizard. I'm like, yo, what's up with this? You over here now in Vegas with the yo, bro? I need to figure that out. She's like, all right, that's a random question. I was like, yeah, whatever, man. Just go get that. Go pick. Come back to the goddamn answer, man. Then I hit the other person up. They called the person immediately. He started laughing and said, yeah. I said, oh man, son.
the Supreme Man said, I think it's a play for the dope. Like, how would that equate to how would that equate to dope?
I don't know, God. I got a picture out here in Dubai. I got the Jabila on, whatever you call that shit. I got the
Well,
headscarf.
I I can see one way, right? Is that and not because you know that's kind of dealing with hip hop, right? That's what's fucked up about hip hop now. Is that you know in the '90s, right? All these guys was rebels and revolutionaries, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, RZA was a revolutionary and shit. You know what I mean? The shit he's talking about, you know, Jay-Z is like, man, fuck the bank. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the bank, fuck checks. We dealing with cash money over here, bro. This is, you know, we hustling this shit. You know, now he's a legitimate businessman. Not even businessman, he's a legitimate businessman. You know what I'm saying? Where you can't, you know, you can't bring Jigga back now. You can't bring RZA back now because you're speaking against the establishment and you're the establishment. Like your title, son. You ain't the same dude that you putting out reasonable doubt on your own because the establishment ain't feeling that. You ain't the same dude with a video with the numbers in the corner because the establishment is not feeling what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? And once you become the establishment like that, you can't. That's what happened to hip hop. So now everything that they did, right? If a group comes out, if a group of people come out and they start doing the same shit that Death Row did, it's like, ah, man, no, not this shit again. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is like commercial now. You know what I'm saying? It's commercial for you to be doing this stuff and getting arrested. You know, for when Snoop came out, right, and was doing his Crip thing, it was like, oh shit, yo, this motherfucker is just he ain't putting no cut on it. You know what I'm saying? Like he just coming out saying, yeah, nigga, what? I'm CRIP. But now the shit is commercial, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You know, shout out to the Crip. Not saying that Crip is commercial, but I'm saying for a person to be doing that in hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? You know, for people to be getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? You know, if somebody throws a jam in the park now, that's some commercial shit. That's gonna be on VH1 or something. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I could see how, you know, RZA is just like, yeah, that's the last step in terms of becoming an establishment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with that street Islam no more. You know what I'm saying? But possibly. You said they look like Russell Simmons. That's crazy too. Did you see that Russell Simmons is being sued for the R word? Did anybody hear that? Yeah, Russell Simmons appears to be the next contestant.
Yo, G, I just sent you a flick. If you saw this flick of me, would you think I took my shahada?
Look, I left my phone at the house. That's if I didn't leave my phone. That's why I had to have everybody else look for the app. But yeah, I. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. You know what I'm saying? But look, I see people that look. There's just some things that's a step too far. You know what I'm saying? And then even with that, there's some things that it's like, yeah, I guess that's really neither here nor there. But sometimes, you put yourself in a position, right, where it's an extra blow to the people if you do certain things. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, if we find out that you really had an earpiece the whole time and somebody was really feeding you all the shit that you be debating, see, that would crush some people. You see what I'm saying? You have a responsibility to not do that. You see what I mean? Or say you just came with some bullshit. You just came and told me some bullshit. See, you got a responsibility not to do that, sir. Like, we just found out, like, yo, say, that shit, St. Peter Brown told by the Mandingo, this shit bullshit. Like that, at least that's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? That some things you put yourself in that position, and it's like that with anything in life. Like if you got kids and shit, right? It's some shit you can't let your kids see you do. It's some shit where you like, look, just even like becoming a crackhead or something. You know what I mean? Like I got kids and shit, man. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just some shit you put yourself in a position where now you gotta live that out, man. You gotta live that out. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't reject that idea. I've heard him say that he taught all these people through his music. You know what I'm saying? So, but in terms of him living his life, he's not responsible for all of the people. That's my real point. Is that okay? If you followed him here, are you gonna follow him? Are you gonna follow him out? You understand what I'm saying? Did you really see this for yourself, or did you think you was being a part of Wu-Tang when you was coming to the rally? You see what I'm saying? Did you come here and see who you really was, or you was here because RZA was the abbot? You've been here waiting for him to give the next word about what we're going to do. You know, if that's the good old days to you, when the shit was all rap music, then yeah, this might be, look, this is the time right here where I'm Ice Cube, you Cuba Gooding, and this is your opportunity. Get out now. Get out to whip now before we ask you a degree. Lucky Charles said, how about if they got free transportation? They probably did.
I don't know, bro. I'm out of here on that note. G. Bro.
We got that time. Plus, you know, it's time for me to start winding it down, man, because I did the dummy move. And I actually been doing it for like 3 days straight. You ever leave the house and forget to put the meat to thaw out?
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Now you gotta go fucking buy some food, bro. That shit be having nigga tight, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I gotta go now before I turn to a pumpkin and go to the supermarket, man. Cause I didn't really eat like that today early. You know, I've been meaning to put that chicken in the sink for the last 3 days. So you know, I don't know if we got any questions to go over, because you know, this is the East Coast. We on Eastern Standard Time out here. The supermarket's not open that much longer. I gotta catch something.
Damn, G, you left your phone and the food, man. What?
Man, yeah, I'll dumb it out. I'm gonna tell you what it is, though. I was looking out the window, cause see the light.
The fake ass blizzard.
Nah, it wasn't the blizzard. I was out early, but the light is starting to change already. So I'm looking at the light and shit, and I'm thinking it's like 3:45 and shit, but it's like 5:30. So then I had to get dressed real quick to get over here and shit. And you know, good thing. See, that's why you gotta keep the knowledge on cap. I probably would have left it home. That's why that's exactly why you gotta keep it on cap. You said the fast won't hurt. Yo, speaking of fasting, you're right. But yeah, no, I ain't fasting right now. This is involuntary. Yeah, I gotta go get the power and refreshments. You know what I'm saying? Wait until I see True Born. He's gonna have a field day with us. Gotta send him the link. But so I mean, we was pretty clear cut today. We was pretty clear cut. So, you know, and you know, like I always say, you know, my wisdom is so crystal clear that you know, nobody ever has to ask a question, because everything is crystal. You say you got to find the app. I think they said the app is called Supreme Mathematics. It's on the App Store and the Apple Store. You know what I'm saying? I will be contacting. You know what I'm saying? Listen, whoever has Saladin on speed dial, you know, hey, look, Saladin, is your shot right here, man. This your shot. Hey, look, you know what he's gonna say? I told y'all so. He's gonna. But look, this is your shot. This is your shot. Still gonna miss, but it's your shot. So you know, we ain't got the music today because, like I said, I left the phone. Right? I got an app on my phone that makes the music play right there. You know, it's kind of bugged out. You know, because you know, you can get. I paid $3 a month for that app, right? And you can get Supreme Mathematics for $1.99. You can't make this stuff up. You said, who owns Boyd Crest LLC? I mean, that's the $64,000 question. You know what I'm saying? That we got to check out. You know what I'm saying? For the low of $2. What books would I recommend to read? The Book of Life. See, there's no, for me, right? I'm just saying learn your 120 first. You know what I mean? So, just even for the practice of being able to be a discerning reader. You know what I'm saying? To practice being able to come to an understanding, comprehension of what you're reading. But, I mean, recommended for what? Like, you want to learn how to play music? I'm not going to recommend a history book to you. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn your 120, read every single book that you possibly can. And then, like I said, if you know your math and you develop your abilities to use your math, through, analyzing 120, then whatever you read, you're going to draw up the best part and leave the rest alone. You know what I mean? So, if you got some particular topics that you want to know about reading, you know what I mean? But, there's everything under the sun. There's dietary law, there's physics, there's medicine, you know what I'm saying? And, even in terms of what you do, you know what I'm saying? You want to read books that, can increase your knowledge. You can see the experience of people who may have done what you're doing, and wrote a book about that. You know what I'm saying? They may have been successful. They may have fucked up, but even if they fucked up, right, you may be able to draw up the best part of things to eliminate from whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, the book list, you know what I'm saying? You want a book list, right? Go to, our resident, the librarian, tune in on Thursday and talk to Sunyez. See, Sunyez is a writer. That's what he do. Since I known him, he used to work for the school newspaper when I first knew him. You know what I'm saying? So, he's into it, but for me, I don't have like a particular stuff that I read. I just have certain things that I'm more interested in. Like, you could give me a book about, gray paint or something, and I might don't read that. You know what I'm saying? But, when I was a kid, this lady came to our house one time selling Britannica encyclopedias. You know what I'm saying? And we got 2 sets. Me and my little sister. I got the regular Encyclopedia Britannica. The whole like when you go to the library and I had the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? And my sister, she got it was like a junior set. We had, stuff about birds, mammals, trees, the ocean, whatever, all different topics. And I didn't get through my whole set. You know what I'm saying? But I read my sister's the whole thing. every volume, I read the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And I read a considerable amount of the regular Encyclopedia Britannica. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure some of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Some of those things is, that's probably how the seed was planted for me to find out about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at reading. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that probably doesn't help you with shit, but I mean that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? There's no limitation. It's not like, yo, we the gods, God don't read that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a matter of, taking the best part for yourself. It was always amazing to me that, our brother Dumont, he could take the story of the three little pigs and manifest it in a way where it explains how the black man is God. So, that's why I say, read the book of life, because once you do that, you'll be able to. You had the blue and the red. Okay, I had the red. I had the red. Now the blue, I don't know. My sister's ones, those might, but see, it was like pictures. And I remember it being like different colors. This is way back. This is elementary. So Heather said the first book I recommend is How to Eat to Live. Good first step to change how you eat before you start trying to take in incomprehensible information. Well, two things. Why would you say the information is incomprehensible? And the other thing, great recommendation. That's a great book right there, in terms of recommending to somebody. But why would you say the information is incomprehensible? Incomprehensible in regards to where you are in your diet. Well, I mean, when you first said it, the idea that I get is that you're going to read it and you're not going to be able to understand it. That's one thing right there. When you're going in with that mindset, right, you're not going to be able to understand. You know what I'm saying? You had the World Book. The World Book, I remember that. Was that another encyclopedia set? But just in terms of, I'm just saying that, see, just like earlier, when we were talking about what is his own self, and I was saying that it's important for you to be able to answer that question because that's knowledge of self. If you don't know who you are and you can't articulate it, right, how you going to express it any other way? If you can't speak it, right, how you going to act it out? How you going to act on it? So this is one of the things that, you know what I'm saying, this is being made blind, deaf, and dumb by the devil when you were a baby, right? Is when you're told that something is outside your realm of comprehension. So now you got to listen to what we say. You're not even, see, we have to enslave you, right? because your lack of capacity to understand is so great that the most humane thing we can do is enslave you so that you're not a victim of your lack of ability to understand. You see how that works? Now I know what incomprehensible means. I'm just saying that's not 5% terminology. See how we got certain language, and it's not power and refreshments. That incomprehensible, that's not our language. Yeah, right. This is another example right here. You can't comprehend God. You can't comprehend the word of God. You got to accept the Holy Spirit. That's not our language. Don't talk like that. You got to watch your language, man. See, it's like yesterday we dealt with knowledge and the wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Because when we speaking, man, just what I'm saying. If you really sincere about what you're saying, then our word is life. And when that word becomes flesh, that flesh is going to be a manifestation of that word. So you got to watch what you say. Today's degree is understanding. But at any rate, listen, my charity is about to turn into a pumpkin. So, we had a couple new people here, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, y'all joined us over here and you hit the subscribe button and the notification button. So when we come in, you can rejoin us. You know what I'm saying? This was a good class. And look, Suhaila, Don Voltron, you know what I'm saying? A couple people, look, this is, we build here. You know what I'm saying? Don't take things, you know what I'm saying, the wrong way. You understand what I mean? But it's only one way that, steel got to sharpen steel. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do over here. You know what I'm saying? This the kind of building that we have to do, right? And so we come to a supreme understanding and we don't have no weak links, right? Because we only get strong as the weakest amongst us. You know what I mean? So, y'all welcome back. Everybody else that made it this far, of course, do to each one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk to Encyclopedia Brown about, maybe we come on later in the week or whenever we map it out and he do the presentation that he was talking about in terms of the, the different slave revolts, how brothers try to secure their freedom, justice, and equality, you know what I'm saying, at different times and places. And, other than that, we're going to sign off and say peace. Perhaps we'll make it back. But right now, I got to hit the supermarket. So I'll see y'all.